For all those who don't know us, we are PEP.
All right. Good evening, fellas. Welcome to the 8th episode of Fresh Start Live with Fee and Pat, where the motto is stay ready to keep them getting ready. I'm Pat.
And I'm Fee.
Oh, wow. So as y'all can see, we intentionally do not have a guest today because this week is kind of special in many ways.
We actually have a great story to share with you guys today.
Yes.
Two great stories.
Yes, we do. So.
What happened Monday? Yesterday.
So yesterday we had, I'm going to give you the small one. Yesterday we had a new kickoff inside of Bell Unit, which we're going to talk about later.
But what's the most important day yesterday?
Most important thing yesterday was...
That day actually is between me and you.
Yeah, okay. That's an inside joke. So yesterday, for those of you all who don't know, PEP celebrated its 17th birthday. 524, fellas, 524. 17th birthday.
17 years. I could never believe that I've been with PEP for 17 years.
Wow.
How many years you been with PEP? How many birthdays have you celebrate with PEP?
15.
15.
15. And
have you been a part of anything that long?
Nothing worthwhile. Nothing worthwhile.
Okay, I forgot about TDCJ.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you an interesting story. You brought that up, right? So I need 3 more years. In 3 more years, the definition of who I am to them changes. So interesting story for those who didn't know. I'm considered a career criminal. You know how they define that?
How?
You have more time in prison than you do on a job. So after 18 years, that's gone.
You retire from that.
Retire from that.
Okay, and you a career PEP?
There we go.
So what are your best memory of PEP since you've been with PEP 15 years?
I just think the progression at each milestone it creates a memory. And having the opportunity to be at Hamilton, I wasn't able to be at Caravans, which I'm kind of glad. But to be at Hamilton and to see PEP where it was, I don't think I shared this story. I'm gonna share this story real quick with you. But I contributed to why I've been with PEP so long. My first graduation, Tim and our first graduation with PEP. You remember, have I told you about that story?
Class 3 graduation?
It was class 4 graduation, actually.
Didn't you came like
We
you
came in class 4.
Class 4, but okay.
Yeah. So you, Chris Quadri, who all was on staff? Sam Ronalds. But all y'all came in there, right? And the joy that y'all had when y'all came in there and the fun and just, making us feel welcome, I was like, man, okay, that's pretty cool. But it was a conversation had the day after that really made me go back and reflect. Because Kat mentioned those guys in there, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make payroll. And I'm like, these dudes here and don't even know if they're going to get paid. That spoke a lot about what was going on with PEP to me.
When we first started now, we got to bring our own laptop to work.
Yeah. Kind of reflective of our computer lab, with the 12 to 14 computers, and some might turn on, some might not.
Yeah, we bought that computer for cheap. It's like $150 for computer, and it's truly a paperweight. And actually, I don't know whatever term to call it. It's more than a paperweight because it's 2 computer on a folded table. It bolted down.
Yeah, every table we had in there, after you took the computers off, we couldn't use them for anything.
So what's the next milestone for PEP that you remember?
Being able to go to Cleveland. Going to Cleveland, it was like, you know what? We've made it. We have our own unit. You know,
Carpet.
I mean, carpet. I mean, to be embraced, and it was like at that time, you know, this is it. And then a few years down the road, we got Estes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it was bigger, you know. And then you think about all the satellites that came off of that. We got Gibb Lewis, Lockhart.
Talking about Lockhart, when's the next time you're gonna invite one of the PEP sisters for an interview?
So I'm in communication with 3 of them right now as we speak. Yeah, that I think.
Oh, are they interested coming to the studio?
Well, they are. So I once they found out,
Uh-huh.
well, let's back up. Let's not
Okay.
even talk about the show. Let's talk about getting to the studio.
Okay.
They've been trying to get to the office since they've been out. So to have the opportunity to come here and to do this, oh yeah, that's. So we have one who got a hold to a PEP T-shirt somehow, but at every opportunity she can't help but take pictures in it and post it on social media.
Okay. I must not be friend with her on Facebook because I haven't seen one.
Oh yeah,
But,
it's a
it's
fresh
just-
one on there today. But I mean, the at each milestone, it's like, you know, you've made it. We've gotten there, but I think even with the pandemic, I think the pandemic took us to another milestone because it put us in position to reach so many more people where they were. You
Yeah,
know,
I was surprised to hear what you say about how we kickstart PEP while other nonprofit will still struggle to kind of coming back inside.
yeah. I mean, I think for one, because so much time has been spent over the last year, in my opinion, and that was about yesterday. You know, because we've been constantly looking at what we do. How can we do it different? Not knowing what the new normal is going to look like, and I think having you driving the car with all of us in it, and all of us, you know, just kind of soaking it all up, and it's like, let's try this, try this, try this, and I mean everything, even to like our icebreakers, changed a little bit yesterday.
Okay, well, let's save those story for the next one.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, for me, the best memory of PEP is seeing how PEP brother, the way they carry themselves and actually win the trust of other people around. I don't know if you remember this or not, but we have an executive who hired some of the PEP guys, and the first few that he hired, he was so impressed with them, he started hiring a lot more to the point, I think, when you go visit that place, it was almost all PEP guys. So one time the warehouse turned up something missing, and the manager there came to the owner and say, "Hey, those guy that you hired that got out of prison, they stole this." And so the owner would say, "Have you reviewed the tape?" The guy say, "No, I don't need to review it. This never happened before until you hired these guys." And so he said, "Well, just review the tape before, I'll address it with this guy." And so the guy went back and reviewed the tape. Sure enough, it wasn't PEP guys.
Pie in the face.
Yeah, you know, so a lot of these guys went out and walked the walk. And those story, I hear about it all the time, but it's not that interesting at the story when the guy went back to prison, because that's what other people like to talk about.
Right.
You know, it's just the negative that kind of boil up more than the positive.
364 good days, you mess up on the last day, and it's all out the drain because they overlook it.
You know, you and I have that discussion, you know, like, how are you comparing failure and success when failure is an event and success is a journey?
Oh.
But then most people get really confused, say, okay, well, there's a failure and there's a success. But really, you can't compare. The two are not the same.
No. Nope. But yeah, it's been man, just sitting there just reflecting over the last 15 years, give me chill. You know, it's kind of like PEP was a child, and now I'm old, bro. I actually had hair when I came to PEP. I don't know if you remember. Now it won't grow right.
Actually, I have a bunch of picture of you.
Wow.
So are you kind of feel protective of PEP?
Very. Sometimes to the point of being overly protective. I think any class that I've ever spoken to will tell you this, and I think I've spoken to probably all of the classes their first day of Leadership Academy, and I tell them how important their seats are because one thing I always explain to them, it doesn't matter that I'm a PEP alumni. I would never have the title of PEP graduate. You know, I never had the opportunity to sit in those chairs as a PEP participant. You know. So for that, yeah, you know, and then even on the flip side, when it comes to people who want to give the advice and try to take PEP the organization in a different direction, you know, because I feel like it may not have been my passion or my vision, but it's become so much of my passion. It's kind of like, you know what, that's not right. That's not who we are, you know. So yeah.
We have quite a few people live right now. Do you want to shout out to them real quick?
Yeah, I do. Of course, y'all know we got XCOM Fitness in the house. We got Golden Rule Relocation. J Mo, Class 16 on deck. We got Cooking in the Hammer Lane.
You know, actually, I have a problem with Alfredo right here. All right. So we only produce one videos a week.
Yeah.
And he trying to get over on us by producing 2 or 3 videos in a week.
Man, yeah. Yeah, but I keep asking myself every time I see one, he's a truck driver, right? When he got time to drive?
Exactly. Man, it doesn't even look like a truck. Everything he has in there look like he's sitting on a luxury suite or something.
So he hot-sided the other day, right? So he tried to go back and bring up where he was at when he was on the unit. He got a little old fan. But you got a microwave. That don't count no more. You got a microwave. You got a comfortable bed. The hammer, Cooking in the Hammer Lane. Okay. But we thank you fellas, of course, for joining us. Feel free, you know, to comment, chat, stay on, because I got later on in the show, y'all know what we got for you.
You know, Alfredo had a celebration recently, right? His son graduated from high school and going to college.
I think that was last year.
Was it last year? I thought it was this year.
No, that was last year. I think he added a highlight picture up the other day.
Okay, well,
but I think his most recent celebration, you know, Alfredo's a grandfather, man.
Oh.
Grandfather. Yeah, I had the privilege of going to dinner with the baby.
All right, if you guys out there have any best memory of PEP, you know, feel free to put in a comment below. And if you view this video 10 years later, we'll be celebrating our 27th birthday, and you still can put something in the comment. All right.
27.
Since I say 10 year, Pat, how long you plan to celebrate PEP birthday?
How long?
How many more years?
My last one gonna be your last. How about that?
I see you turn the table back on me.
Y'all got that live. Alfredo said it was 2 years ago. Oh, I bet.
Wow, stop putting old pictures up on Facebook, Alfredo. All right, you know what time it is. It's the weekly reconnaissance mission.
Blind date time.
All right, let's see how sweet this couple are. So blind date number 1 is Jared. He's also a newbie himself. Been out only a year and a half. Came from Essex Unit. And
blind date number 2, Andrew, who's fresh release and now living at the O'Brien house.
All right, Edison, roll the tape. Let's see what Jared had to say about meeting with Andrew.
My name is Jared Gerlach, a.k.a. Santa's Little Helper. You're all on the naughty list. It was so nice to see a man feeling those same feelings that I could identify with, that was determined to transcend that. Be in a position, having walked down that road already, to kind of, you know, point some things out and encourage and maybe offer some resources or some ideas. You know, yeah, starting a business is wonderful, and that's the goal of our program. That's our aim. But we got to pull a 9 to 5 to get some money going and, you know, get some positive cash flow. And then we start looking for investors and putting our business plan together and really fine-tuning that with the help of our mentors and the people that, you know, are involved in this program. Reinforcing the fact that there are people that will come alongside him during those steps, I think, was huge to him. And it's always good to come back and remember where you came from and be reminded of exactly how you felt and what you went through, because it's all the same. You know, the details might change, but it's all the same. Guys, I want to encourage everybody, especially the new guys getting out. Something that struck me today was that the 10 driving values were relevant but not implanted. And if you could get those in your brain and look at life situations through the lens of those 10 driving values, it'll take you a lot further than if you don't. So if you are a participant, former graduate, or somebody just getting home, man, I encourage you to embrace that which we live by between the wings, which is our 10 driving values.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you. Fellas, don't miss out on your opportunity, man, to be a blessing to these new guys. Y'all see Jared 18 months out, so he's still basically in his own reentry, man, but he took the time to reach out and go and pull a reconnaissance mission. You know, do what the Reconn Unit is set up for, you know, for us, by us. So if you want the opportunity, reach out to Harvey. His contact information is in the description. Many of you guys probably already know, but if you can't reach Harvey, reach your life caddy. Reach out to myself, Fee. You know, don't miss out on the opportunity, man, because you may be that one meal that put that guy in position to feed somebody else or be a blessing to somebody else.
Yeah, I remember a lot of memory of meeting people when I first got out, and a lot of time it's something that that individual said, and it's kind of stayed with me, and it's helping me become a better person. And so, don't miss out on your chance. So, just come and join us.
Yes. I still remember all the people who, when I got out and was there for me. And like I said, I'll tell you, when you and John and I went ate, it was the first time John has allowed me to pay for a meal since we've been going to eat. So it was a blessing.
So at this time, we actually intentionally have no guests today, so we can bring you a great story, and it's actually really, really significant because we haven't been able to go inside the prison and transferring guys, starting a class in over a year, and I get to the point where we say, you know what is going to be like when we start a class? You know, all the guys who know anything about PEP, they're all gone.
Yeah.
All right. So what? You know, I don't want to say the word cultures, but PEP have a very unique way that we interact with each other, and we kind of lose that. And how we're going to start it? But yesterday was the very first day you get to witness that. So can you tell me and the audience a little bit about it?
So yesterday, it was the kickoff for Spring 21 in Bell Unit, which is formerly Cleveland. But I think the setup actually started with the first week we were able to go back in. You know, speaking about culture, you know, PP, we're not about a culture on the inside anymore, gentlemen. It's about our mindset. And because we've taken the last year and kind of studied the agile mindset, you know, that's what we want the guys to have, an agile mindset. And if you know me inside, you know, one of the things I've always hated to do is constantly tell a guy what not to do. And we tell them what not to do so much until we lose out on the opportunity to kind of what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so working with the servant leaders, being like you said, it was so few of them. And the beautiful thing I think is because they hadn't had much interaction with us. They've been figuring it out on their own,
Mm-hmm.
right or wrong. They've been making choices and decisions, but they've been so coachable to this point. You know, and that setup yesterday, you know, everything from the tunnel of love to their involvement and engaged, they were totally engaged. There's 38 servant leaders on bail.
Yeah, but none of them got real exposure to PEP.
None of them got real exposure. There was 38 new guys.
Oh, so 1-to-1.
1-to-1. But
And everyone actually experienced a kickoff for the very first time.
everybody experienced for the first time. So you couldn't tell who was a servant leader and who it was their first day in a PEP classroom. And I think that made it so much more comfortable for the new guys because for the first time in my history of doing kickoffs, when it was time for the events, you didn't have to prod anybody to participate. You know,
Did they get to do the typical kickoff chicken dance and?
well, you know, chicken dance is here to stay, but we also added a new icebreaker this time, in addition to one that you know I felt was very impactful because for a minute it caused everybody to be quiet.
So they did the chicken dance this time?
They did the chicken dance, but I saw the chicken dance done in ways I'd never seen the chicken dance done before, and we actually have video footage of it.
Edison, you have it available where you can play it real quick? Yeah. All right, let play it for a few seconds so you know they can see it out there. What's a chicken dance look like now? Which one is chicken dance, Pat?
It should be labeled chicken dance. Okay, dance off.
All right, look like
This is
no
actually
chicken dance, it's a dance off.
This is actually the tunnel of love when they're first coming in. This is the tunnel of love social distancing edition.
Tunnel of love social distance.
Yeah.
Man, look like they're all wearing a mask about to rob somebody.
Yeah, and that was another part of the new normal for now is the mask. But the crazy part about it, apparently they have a problem with getting the guys to keep their mask on in the dorm. None of those problems in the classroom.
Okay.
Actually, you know, it's kind of like I told you the first week. God told me if I wasn't getting vaccinated, that He didn't want to be close to me because He'd already been vaccinated, and I was like, okay. So.
All right, Edison, you can stop the video.
But I'm pretty excited about the direction. You know, and I think as long as we stay consistent in our approach and our initiatives, that the whole concept of culture that has been built up on fear and threats is gone. You know, now everything that we're moving towards, it requires all of us to really know what we're doing and really stay focused and consistent in what we're doing. And so I even met with the test graders because, you know, previously all our test graders had to do was take an answer key and answer. Now, when we the new format of our test, they're going to have to know the information because it's testing for knowledge. It's not testing did they circle the right thing. So, you know, and I think that whole agile
So that mean no more homework?
No, it's going to be homework.
Okay.
You know, and I think the whole concept of agile mindset, I think we should turn out more men and less childlike men, but more men who are making decisions. Because even like the assignment they received today, so we started going over the 10 driving values from a staff perspective, and after the 10 driving value, they get back in a small group, and we give them that 10 driving value, and they're like, so what do we do with it? It's like, whatever y'all decide to do. Y'all decide to do a poem, y'all decide to do a skit, y'all decide to do, but it has to cover the 10 driving value. You know, I think, and as we continue to move in that manner where they're making more choices and decisions, it also, their decision making, you know, the way that they start to respond and even participate in the program, I'm looking forward to shoot up, you know.
Man, I'm missing out then.
Yeah. Oh, they waiting for you. They've heard about you.
Oh, I also heard we changed the we have better men's instead of men's life.
Yes.
Today, right?
Yes.
How was that received?
I mean, there was nobody standing back against the wall, not going, trying not to go to sleep.
Okay.
They're waiting to see you because one of the things, fellas, if you're on here, we also do is on Fridays now, we do devotions and we do Fresh Start Live, so they get to watch this video.
All right.
Yeah.
So you mean this Friday they're going to watch this?
This Friday they may not watch this one, but they're going to watch it eventually.
Okay.
But like I said, overall, I can't wait until whatever the new normal is going to come, so that we can start um, the real interaction between the inside and the outside.
Oh, it's be a great way that we're connecting this channel with what's going on inside.
Right.
All right, so it's our next goal.
No.
So at this point, PEP update.
Yes, sir. So going back inside the unit, it's a happy, sad day for those of you guys who were on the S as well. I think everybody within PEP, period. We're losing our very own in-prison manager from Estes, Mr. Gami Hasso. He's going to take his skills to something that he's got a little more passion for. Not that he doesn't have passion for PEP, but I think he needs something to push him right now, and I think he's found it with HVAC. Wish him much success.
All right, I want to jug on him. So he decided to leave when we about to start a new class at Estes.
Bro, his timing ain't never been right.
Man, that's one heck of a timing.
Yeah, it was, but I also think that it's going to end up being a good thing.
Okay.
Because we all know Gama is, kind of old, set in his habits, set in his ways, but I'm expecting great things to come out because David's going to step right in, so he's going to be good.
Okay.
Rich and Neil, thank you for joining us. We're not dynamite, bro. You dynamite.
That's for sure.
TNT explosive. All righty. So,
outside update is I think that call that we're going to call out to entrepreneurs this week. We start tomorrow, and our call going to be should expecting a call from us if you fill out the survey last year. So
that's right. And if you didn't fill the survey out, fill it out this year. But call. You got a business, you working, you're moving your business, you need a little bit of help move your business, and you're ready to go and sell your business to investors, give Fee a call. Not me, Fee.
all right, that's a September 23rd event, and we got two really good starts. So there are two individuals in the Houston's area, and they heavy hitter.
Yeah.
All right.
I need to figure out who to put my money on. No, I ain't gonna do that. Every time I do that, I lose money.
So are you going to give us an easy Starbucks quiz today?
I always give easy ones. Last week, so let me address last week. And I'm kind of disappointed, especially in the Hammer. I'm disappointed in the Hammer. You remember what last week's quiz was?
Something about leadership and the first person to text you.
What's the most important part of Leadership Academy? There was no wrong answer.
And you got no answer.
I got no response, no arguments from Alfredo or anything. So this week, it's going to be another easy one. Staff, you can't answer this. Who was given the very first PEP suite name? First person either put it up or text or message me. I got $5 coming your way. Starbucks.
The very first sweet name. What
Very
class?
first
Can you give a
sweet
clue?
name.
The class?
It was a class.
What class was it? So that way we can narrow down to which person.
Nah, I think that'd be too easy. Okay. You know what? Since staff can't answer, Greg Phillips, you can't answer. What's up? It was a class 5 graduate.
Okay. And Gami came from class 5?
Gami came from class 5. John Shaw came from class 5.
Well, he's 56.
56, 5. And he just wouldn't go home. Thanks, fellas, for joining us. Next week, tell a friend. 6 o'clock Tuesday. Y'all know where we're going to be.
Yeah, we have a good guest next week. And Richard knows this guest. So, Richard, you should join us next week on here. You're going to get to meet this guest. You know him.
Very well. So, fellas, as we get ready to leave you today, is that who it is, Rich and Neil? So, fellas, as we get ready to leave you today, man, remember, man, we're on a mission. Celebrate 1 million stories, and each day we get one closer to that goal. And I just also want to leave you with this. Keep this in mind. Freedom demands responsibility. Responsibility demands accountability. So until we meet again, peace.
See you next week.